Good morning, afternoon, or night. I'm not sure exactly when you're watching. I am headed home from work and I wanted to shout out our YouTuber for the day. This thing keeps like bouncing around, and excuse the lines on my nose. It's from my glasses, but my glasses are reading glasses. I can't wear them when I drive. Otherwise I can't see. So our YouTuber today is the Restless Thrifter. Make sure this doesn't move. It seems to be wiggling a lot. So that is the YouTuber for today. When I checked this morning before I started her playlist, she was at 545 subscribers. So let's go show her some love and get her to 1,000. I think she had a YouTube before, but when I went back, it looked like her videos were only a month old. So I don't know if she had it like a month ago and then stopped for a couple weeks, or I'm not sure. But she's at 545, and she does, which I actually did not know this, so she does these Goodwill blue boxes, I think like rescue boxes, and I didn't even know Goodwill had that. So that's pretty interesting. So I did listen to some of those. I was on my route, so I wasn't able to watch it, but I did listen to them, and I enjoyed your content. I hope you're watching this. I really enjoyed it, and I learned some stuff because I did not know that Goodwill had rescue boxes. I know she has puppies because I can hear the puppies in the background squeaking the toy, which is adorable. Kal-El's the same way. If Kal-El's not getting attention, like he'll be fine if I'm doing nothing, just laying beside him. He's fine, but as soon as I decide that I'm going to start working, or if someone calls me and I get on the phone, and nobody really calls me but my kids, so one of my kids call and I get on the phone, all of a sudden he wants attention. So my puppies are the same way. I know Daisy's the same way with Dakota Flips. Anytime Susan's not paying attention to her, she's crying. It's so cute. But they're our babies and we love them. Today's YouTuber is the Restless Thrifter. Let's go show her lots of love. She doesn't have a whole lot of videos from what I've seen, so I was able to listen to all of them. It went quickly because she didn't have a whole lot of them up, so I don't know if she deleted what she had prior, or maybe it was something different. I'm not sure. But let's go help her get to 1,000. I love learning from other people. And like I said, I never knew that Goodwill had that. And speaking of Goodwill, if you look at my nose is red, it's cold outside. Speaking of Goodwill, if you watched my last video, I did swear a little, and I'm sorry. I was really upset about that Goodwill being so expensive. Prices were extreme. I mean, really, really extreme. And then I know that resellers get blamed for it, and that's what I don't like. I started this YouTube channel to help out, people struggling. And one of my fellow YouTubers, as I said in the last one, her name is Mary, and so I've been watching the Smiley Thrifter since I first started YouTube. And I started YouTube in July, I think, or June. And I've been watching her ever since. And I love her videos. She's really funny. I love her personality. I kind of think she's from New York because she has a little bit of a New York accent. And I think it's cute. So I enjoyed watching her. And she's such a good person. And for someone to make a comment to her that she's stealing from the poor, it really upset me because, no one knows anyone's situation. You don't know what someone is going through. But I'm going to be the first one to explain my situation. So if you've been following me, I talk about how I started reselling basically from having a yard sale. But I never say why I was having that yard sale. Now, I am a single parent. I raised my 3 sons. I raised 3 little boys all by myself off one income. Just one income. And I struggled a lot. I struggled a lot. And only my children and I know about how much we struggled. You know, we don't talk about it. People didn't even know, like, you know, their friends didn't know. We never complained about it. And I'm blessed to have such wonderful children. My sons are absolutely amazing. And I think they've always been so great because they knew we struggled. So they knew, like, you know what? Mom's struggling. She busts her butt. We're not going to bother her. You know, and they've been excellent. But we struggled so much to the point that my middle son was around maybe between 9 and 11, and him and a friend of his used to go and they would cut grass and they would shovel snow. Now, yeah, you say, okay, well, that's kind of typical for little boys to do, to have money, right? Yes, it is. But my son did not keep this money for himself. He would give it to me so that I can buy groceries to be able to feed our little family of 4. And we struggled. So I understand what it's like, and I'm not going to say the word poor because I never felt like we were poor. We had a place to live. We had food. Even if it was a little bit of food or we made a little bit into a lot, the universe still blessed us to wake up every single day. So I always felt blessed. I never felt poor. But I know people struggle, and I struggled. I am telling you, as a single parent with one income, I struggled. And my parents helped me a lot. But my father had a heart problem, and my mother had back surgery. And it was not their responsibility to help me. They helped, but it was not their responsibility. It isn't their responsibility, but they did help. But a lot of times, you know, I would tell them we were okay when we were actually struggling. So they don't even know what we went through as a little family of 4. 3 little boys and myself. So I understand what it's like to struggle. And I would never take something from someone who truly needed it. And I see resellers. I've been watching YouTube on reselling since 2016. So as I was saying, backtracking because I'm rambling, when I had that yard sale, I had to have a major surgery. And I had now I've been with the post office since 2004. And my surgery was in 2016. So that whole time, I have been working for the post office. But I was considered a substitute carrier. I did not have benefits. I did not have insurance. I did not have leave time. So I had just made permanent to where I had benefits and I had health insurance finally in 2015. And in 2016, I still wasn't even a carrier for a whole year, a full-time carrier for a whole year. In 2016, I had to go have a major surgery. I had 2 weeks vacation. That surgery, because of my work, because we have to lift up 50 pounds or over, because of my work, I had to be down for 8 weeks. But after talking to my doctor, we agreed that I would go back to work after 6 weeks. So now 2 weeks are paid, 4 weeks aren't paid. I'm going 4 weeks with no pay. I didn't have anything saved. I'm a single parent living check to check. I didn't have a savings account, because how can I save money when I'm like, you know, a single parent with one paycheck trying to pay everything by myself? So I had the yard sale to make money to try to make up for the loss of 4 weeks' pay. And we were getting rid of, my mom gave me everything my dad had in the store, whatever I can go through. She let me go through the shed, whatever I could pull out. She was like, keep it, you know, you sell it, you save the money. At this time, I didn't know you can sell on eBay, so just remember that. So I'm having the yard sale, hoping to make a little bit of money to make up for those 4 weeks I was going without pay. So I know the struggle. I know the struggle. And that's when someone had mentioned in the yard sale, oh, sell it on eBay. So that night I went on eBay, trying to park, people everywhere. So that night I went on eBay and I typed in, what can I sell on eBay? And what pulled up was Nicole State. And I know a lot of people have negative things to say about Nicole State. I don't get into that. I don't listen to that, because in my eyes, she literally saved my life. Okay? Like, genuinely saved my life. So Nicole State was the first person that I seen. And I watched that video. Now, as a single parent struggling, never did it cross my mind, oh, she's stealing from the poor. What crossed my mind was, wow, this is genius. This person who doesn't know me is showing me how I can make a little side hustle, how I can have a little side hustle. And I thought it was genius. I never thought she was taking anything from me. I never felt like, you know, and I would thrift. I would thrift. At that time, I was thrifting. I thrift my children's clothing, elementary, junior high, and high school. My sons got their clothing from thrift stores. They got their clothing from thrift stores because I couldn't afford to go buy them new clothes. I could not afford it. So they got it from thrift stores. Now, they did get some new stuff from my parents, but as far as if it came from me, other than jeans, but other than shoes and jeans, my sons got their t-shirts from thrift stores. Never did I feel that that YouTuber I was watching was taking something away from me. I felt like she was teaching me how I can make money. And I understand people are upset because the Goodwills have jacked up their prices. Yes, the Goodwills have absolutely jacked up their prices. I totally get it. But it's not the resellers' fault. The resellers aren't stealing from the poor. I can assure you, most resellers were lower middle class. Most resellers are reselling to just survive. Okay, let's forward now. My children are out of the house. They're all out of the house. They're young, wonderful men now. They're out of the house. But in today's society, even though I work for the post office, I cannot survive with one paycheck. I can't. I still have to resell. I cannot survive with one paycheck. And someone will say, oh, well, go get a second job. Yes, you're absolutely right. But you know what? Something else no one knows about some resellers, including myself. I suffer from chronic pain. I suffer from fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia basically feels like when you have the flu and your body feels heavy and achy and tired, like you're carrying all this extra weight. That is what my body goes through. I've watched YouTubers that go through the exact same thing. And they resell because their bodies can't handle either a second job or even a main job. My body cannot handle a second job. Sometimes my body can't handle the job I have right now. Just delivering my mail. Sometimes my body can't take it. Sometimes it just can't take it. I don't know how long my body will be able to continue to do this job. But for now, I'm blessed that I can just kind of like deal with it. But my body can't take a second job. So my second source of income, because in today's society, it takes 2 incomes to survive. 2 incomes. You cannot survive off of 1 income. You can't. You can't. My job, a government job, will only pay the bare necessities. So don't treat resellers like we're some corporate company just stealing from the poor. These Goodwills jack up their prices because they choose to. This is a corporation that is getting free clothing and jacking up the price. They are the ones taking from the poor. They are the ones, not us. We're just trying to survive. If you watch YouTube, there are resellers that have children with disabilities that have to stay home because their children have disabilities and they can't go to work. They have to take care of their children. So reselling is a way for them to stay home and make money. There are single parents. There are resellers that leave their jobs to take care of their parents. There are resellers with chronic illnesses that can't have a regular job because your body can't handle it. No matter how much you want to, your body will not allow you to do this job. In reselling, you can work when you want to work and still make an income. There are resellers like myself. I do have a full-time job. I bust my butt for 8 hours every single day. But my paycheck will not let me survive in this world. My paycheck covers the bare minimum. It still doesn't cover my light. It still doesn't cover my gas. It still doesn't cover my car insurance. It doesn't cover food. The only thing my paycheck covers in this world right now is my rent. And that's it. That's all my paycheck covers is my rent. No, I don't live anywhere fancy. Not at all, trust me. I live in a townhouse. I'm not renting or buying some huge house. I live in a townhouse. So we are not stealing from the poor. We are just average Americans trying to survive this game called life. Be upset with the corporate company who's jacking up the prices because they see resellers making a little bit of money. Oh, you know what? We're going to be greedy and we would rather throw stuff away than to sell it cheap. We would rather just throw it away. If you can't buy it for $79.99, we're just going to throw it away. That's how they see it. So don't blame us. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to make this resellers against the poor or anything. Like I said, I am a struggling American. I am you. I am you. This is why I started YouTube. This is why most resellers start YouTube, is to help people out. Because you know what? This economy, it's tough. It is tough. And I started YouTube because I'm a single parent. I know what it's like to struggle. And I wish that when my children were little, that I had an opportunity to resell. But at that time, I didn't know. I didn't know that you can buy used clothing. I knew eBay existed, but I guess I just didn't give it thought. But now, I feel if I can help someone, if I can help just one person, the way Nicole State helped me, I've made a difference in this world. Because I'm telling you, if I had never logged into what will sell on eBay, and her video would have never came up, I don't know where I would be right now. I'll always have a place in my parents' house. I know that. I know that. So I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to be homeless, because my parents would not allow that. But you know what? I'm a grown-up who wants my own space. My children want their own space and they deserve it. But it doesn't mean that I mentally wouldn't be somewhere that's not good from depression because I can't survive. It made a huge difference in my life to resell. A huge difference. And this is why I started YouTube, was to help someone struggling. I'm not reselling to hurt you or to take away from you. Not at all. I'm reselling just to survive life. Because with my one paycheck, I can't survive. I'm being totally honest. I cannot survive. You cannot survive in this world with one paycheck. And I can't go anywhere and get help, because the first thing they say is, oh, you make too much money. Okay, but calculate rent and calculate this and calculate this. At the end of the day, I'm negative. I am negative. But reselling, it helps with all the extra little stuff. And I'm not making millions at all. But I am busting my butt to make the little bit that I make. And I'm here to show you and help you do the same. And when I say I mean we. I've watched many resellers. And they're here to teach you. Nobody's here to take away from you. None of us live in a huge house, driving an immaculate car. No, we are just average Americans trying to survive. And when that was said to Marion, it broke my heart. Because I know Marion would give you her last dollar. I know Marion suffers from chronic pain. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like. She's not here to take anything away from anyone. She's just trying to survive. Like I said, we're just average Americans trying to survive. So please look at the real villain in this story. It's the corporate company that chooses to sell a jacket for $79.99. That's who's taking from you, not us. Because you know what? Most of us get stuff from the bins. Most of us get stuff from yard sales. And if from the bins, it goes straight to the landfill. They would rather throw stuff away than to price it at a decent price. They would rather throw it away than to let you go in there and buy it for $2. No, they would rather throw it away. So yeah, they choose to price it up. You know, they see resellers can sell it. Why can't they? You know, you're getting all this stuff for free. Price it at a decent price. If that reseller goes and buys it for $2 and chooses to sell it for $10, you still made your $2 out of the free item. Times millions of pieces that they go through. Millions of pieces. Semis just parked, loaded with clothing and home goods and everything. But no, they would rather throw it away. They would rather throw it away. We are not here to hurt you. We are just trying to survive. I'm being honest when I say that. And it breaks my heart that someone struggling feels like we're taking something from you. That is not it at all. Never do I pick up an item and say, oh, I'm going to get this before that single mom right next to me grabs it. No, not at all. I am that single mom. I am that struggling parent. I've been there. Like I said, when your 10-year-old hands you money to buy groceries, that's the struggle. And I have been there. So from the bottom of my heart, I say to you, don't look at these videos and think negative. These videos are to teach you how to make money. They're here to teach you, even if it's $100 a week. As a single parent, I can assure you that extra $100 a week is going to help a lot. So that's all I have to say. And I just wanted to base it because someone made a comment on the video, and it was nothing negative. He was just giving his opinion, and everyone has a right to their opinion, and I understand where he's coming from, and that's why I chose to talk about it again. But I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I mean, it is what it is. I just hope that a few people can see this and know that that's not the case at all. That's not. It's the corporation taken from you, not the little people. We're just little people. We're not taking millions. Not at all. So, with all that said, sorry I rambled, but Restless Thrifter, let's go check it out. I do go live at 8 o'clock today. So definitely join in, say hello. I'm looking forward to it. I said I hit 500, yay. So I always said that as soon as I hit 500, I was going to go live. I was supposed to go live yesterday, but it got late. My mom had 3 doctor's appointments. It got super late. So I ended up not going live. But I am going live at 8 o'clock today. Today is Saturday, the 27th. If you're watching this, I will be live at 8 o'clock. And I have to get out at the grocery store. Okay, so I love everyone. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye.